Hello everyone, welcome to day 1 of security course. In this course we are going to learn network security. We will learn ASA, we will learn different types of firewall as well. We will configure different type of firewall in this series. But this is day 1. Today we are going to discuss very basic things about firewall, because first of all, if you want to learn security, even CCNA security or CCNP security, this course will cover both CCNA as well as CCNP security. Fine. So first thing that you need to learn is what is firewall. Many times interviewers also asking this question. I remember when I was attending interview in Cisco, they asked me also explain firewall in detail. So first, today we are going to understand what is firewall, basic things about firewall, where we need to place firewall, and how to take access of firewall, how to configure basic things. We will discuss about pre-configured policy on firewall, these things. So this video is really going to very helpful for the people who is working in this domain. So if you want to learn complete security, this course is only for you. Just start watching from here, from day 1. This is day 1, and I will try to upload 4 to 5 video in a week in this playlist. Okay, so actually I am going to create one more playlist on my YouTube channel, and name of this playlist will be network security. Here we are going to discuss everything about security. Now hope you all are aware with routing and switching. So guys, if you are the people who is not clear with routing and switching, so don't come in this course, right? First go and watch routing switching videos, because to understand these video, routing switching is mandatory. So first of all, you need to learn routing switching. If you are master in routing switching, then only start watching these video, right? This video from day 1. Fine. So without wasting our time, let's start the topic. So topic is firewall. What is firewall? You know, many people are giving different answers to this question. Some people are saying firewall is a networking device which is used to permit and deny the traffic. Some people are saying firewall works on the policies. Some people are saying firewall is a device through which we can prevent the attack. Okay, so people are saying different types of definition. So you know what is the actual definition of firewall? Firewall is a device that is placed between trusted and untrusted network. Okay, between trusted and untrusted network. So understand what is trusted network and untrusted network. So see, suppose this is my router. Okay, this router is connected to internet. So here is internet. Fine. And here this router is connected with my switch, and this switch is connected to users. Here are some users. Fine. So this is my private network. What we can say it, this is my private network, or you can say this is my LAN network. You can say this is my inside network, right? You can say this is my trusted network, right? So this is your own network. And if I will talk about the ISP network, so this one is public network, this is untrusted network, this is outside network. Okay, so attacker can be there on the public network, because this is not secure network. So to secure your private network, you need to place a firewall between trusted and untrusted network. So this one is untrusted and this one is my trusted network. So between untrusted and trusted, we can place the firewall, right? So firewall is a device that is placed between trusted and untrusted network, or you can say between private and public network, or you can say between inside and outside network. Okay, anything. Okay, so after that, firewall is a device which placed between trusted and untrusted network. It deny or permits the traffic that enter or leave the network. Okay, what I am saying, it deny or permits the traffic that enters or leaves network based on the pre-configured policy. That means, what do you mean by pre-configured policy? There are some pre-configured policy on this firewall. And what is configuration? Configuration is nothing configure policies is one kind of ACL, access control list. But you know what is ACL? ACL is an instruction, right? Through this feature we can give instruction to devices. So whenever we give instruction on router, there we will call it ACL, but whenever you will configure ACL on firewall, we will call it policies. Fine. So there are some pre-configured policy on firewall. If you will buy a new firewall from market, there will be some pre-configured policy. Who have configured this pre policies? Software engineer, right? Software engineer have already configured some policies on this router, in this firewall. Okay, and you know, firewall deny and permits the traffic on the basis of pre-configured policies. So firewall is a device which can placed between trusted and untrusted network. Firewall denies and permits traffic that enter or leave network based on the pre-configured policy. So whatever traffic, okay, will move from this network to outside network, and whatever traffic will come from outside network to inside network, this firewall can allow and deny the traffic based on the policy which is configured on this firewall, right? Now hope it's clear to you that how firewall is going to block or permit traffic. You know how router takes forwarding decision with the help of routing table. Router maintain routing table to forward traffic, right? In the same way, firewall maintain what? Connection table. Okay, policies. On the basis of policies, firewall will decide that which traffic I need to deny and which traffic I need to permit. Okay, so between your trusted and untrusted network, you will place one firewall, and on your firewall there are some pre-configured policy, but by default only TCP and UDP traffic are allowed on this firewall. On any firewall, if you will purchase a new ASA from market, there will be some pre-configured policy, right? And configuration will be only allowed TCP and UDP traffic. Fine. Okay, next thing about firewall is firewall protects inside network from unauthorized network. What we can say, firewall can protect inside network, means this network, my private network, from the unauthorized user. Unauthorized user means user who are not authorized to access my network, right? So this firewall will be responsible to stop them, right, to enter in this network. Authorized user. Firewall will deny unauthorized user traffic to enter in our private network, or you can say enter in our inside network. Okay, next thing that you can say about firewall is a firewall can be also protect inside network from each other. Okay, so if interviewer will ask you that can we place firewall in between inside network, so yes, we can place inside network as well. We can place firewall inside network as well to protect our network with each other. Fine. Now through this through this diagram, I am going to explain you practically whatever things we had understand with theoretically. So here also we can see definition is a firewall is a network security device that monitor incoming and outgoing network traffic, right? First of all, firewall will monitor incoming and outgoing, okay, traffic, and decide whether to allow or block a specific traffic based on the defined set of security rule. This is nothing but a pre-configured policies on the firewall. Fine. So here you can see this is my inside network, this is my private network, this is my LAN network, this is my trusted network, and this one is ISP, this one is my untrusted network. Okay, so these users are able to access internet, but as you know there are some attacker, right? So these are some attacker here. Okay, so do you think that by default firewall will allow these attacker to enter in your network? No, by default there are some pre-configured policy on this router. Through that pre-configured policy, this firewall will deny the traffic of these attacker, okay, to enter in this network. Fine. Hope you are getting my point, what I am trying to explain. So if this attacker want to enter in my private network, first of all this attacker have to deal with this firewall, yes or no? If this attacker will be able to deal with this firewall, then only attacker can enter in your private network, in your inside network, in your trusted network. Okay, after that, may I ask you question? Let me ask one question over here. Question is, which kind of pre-configured policy are there on firewall, right? Which type of pre-configured policy is there? So let me show you here, guys, which type of policies are already available on the firewall. So here you can see I have designed one network in EVNG, and this is my firewall. If you are if you have any trouble to download and install firewall in EVNG, let me know. I will make one video to guide you how to install ASA firewall in EVNG. Okay, so now here I am going to show you some pre-configured policy on this firewall. So here you can see I have access of my firewall. Okay, and if you will run command here, so running configuration. So here you can see, okay, if you don't know anything about firewall, so you should start from here. You can see this one is serial number of this ASA, right? This is hardware, right? RAM is 2048 MB RAM. Okay, after that version of ASA is 9.1. okay, host name is ASA, and these are interfaces. Okay, so we will understand how to configure these interfaces as well. After that, here you can see this one, these things, these are pre-configured policy on this firewall. I have not configured these policy. Okay, these are already pre-configured policy on the firewall. As you know, as you can see, some traffic are allowed and some traffic are denied by default. So by default, TCP and UDP traffic are only allowed on this firewall. Okay, now next thing is, okay, where is my firewall? Yes. So okay, so these are pre-configured policy. These are some rule. You can say these are some ACL, but on firewall we will call to ACL as policies. So these are policies, guys. Now I have a question. Suppose this is my firewall, this is my router in a company. Suppose this is my branch in India, branch office in India, and this router is connected with one switch like this, and here is one PC whose IP address is suppose 10.1.1.1. okay, suppose this is ISP, this one is your ISP, means untrusted network, and we have one more branch in US. Suppose this one is router of US, so let me connect through internet, and this one is also connected to one switch, and here is one PC. Suppose IP address of this machine is 10 dot, not 10 dot, suppose let's say 192.168.10.1. okay, this one is IP address of this machine. So tell me, if this user want to ping this machine, right, which type of traffic this machine will generate? This machine will generate ICMP traffic. So do you think that firewall will allow ICMP traffic to go outside from inside? Because ICMP traffic will be go like this, right, from here to here. So do you think that by default, with the help of pre-configured policies, firewall will allow ICMP traffic to go outside from inside network? So many people are saying answer is yes. Many people are saying yes, firewall, by default firewall will allow traffic from inside network to outside network. Okay, because this is my trusted network, we are sending traffic from trusted to untrusted, so firewall will allow. But you know, by default only TCP and UDP traffic are allowed, right? That means if this machine wants to ping, it will not work. For that you have to configure policies over here. You need to allow this user on this firewall, right? You need to permit this firewall, this user on firewall. Okay, then only this machine can ping to this machine. Okay, next question. If suppose this machine want to take telnet access of suppose this router R2, right? So do you think that this ASA router will, this ASA firewall will allow telnet traffic from inside to outside? And tell me, telnet uses which type of service at transport layer, TCP or UDP? So it uses TCP, and by default TCP traffic are allowed. That means this PC can take telnet of router number 2. Okay, got it? Hope it's clear to you. By default, what I am saying, by default on a firewall there are some pre-configured, and with the help of pre-configured policy, firewall can allow only TCP and UDP traffic. Apart from these two traffic, firewall will not allow any other traffic, right? And as you know, ICMP is an layer 3 protocol, so there is no role of TCP and UDP. So by default, ASA firewall will not allow any ICMP traffic to go from inside to outside or from outside to inside. Okay, so it will not ping. Right answer of this question is it will not ping. Okay, so interviewer can also ask you this type of question. This is a scenario based interview question. If you are preparing for network security engineer, you need to be very clear with these type of question, because I also observe this type of question many times in interview. Whenever I attend interview for network security engineer, interviewer asks these type of question only with me. Okay, so they can ask you like, do you think ASA will allow ICMP traffic to go outside from inside by default? So answer of this question is no. By default, firewall will allow TCP and UDP traffic from inside to outside only. Okay, only TCP and UDP, means ICMP traffic is not allowed by default. So can PC1 take telnet access of this router? So this answer of this question is yes, because by default ASA firewall will allow TCP traffic to go inside to outside. Right now, next thing that here we need to learn is firewall work on which layer. So this is also very important question. I have attended one interview in Cisco, and interviewer asked to me this question, right? The firewall works at which layer of OSI model? As you know, router works at layer 3, switch works at layer 2, and firewall works at which layer? And many people are giving different answer. Few people are saying that firewall works at layer 3, few people are saying that firewall works at layer 4, few people are saying firewall works at layer 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Few people are saying firewall works at layer 2, 3, 4. Okay, but guys, next generation firewall works on all layers of OSI model, right? Next generation firewall works from layer 1 to layer 7. So right answer of this question is on all layers of OSI model firewall works. I'm talking about next generation firewall. Next generation firewall works on layer 1 to layer 7. Okay, so this is also an interview question. So in this series we will cover multiple interview question as well, so that after completion of this course you can easily go for or easily go for network security engineer post in company, right? Definitely interviewer will ask you this type of question and you will be able to answer. So that's why we are discussing interview question as well here. Okay, now guys, here we need to understand one more concept. Okay, concept is, you know, suppose let me design one network over here, where I am going to design this network here in Paint. Okay, here I am going to design. See, suppose this is my router 1. Okay, this is my router 1. This is my router suppose 2. This is my router suppose 3. Fine. There are some, suppose here we have one switch. Okay, here we have suppose we can consider it database server, and here suppose we have FTP server, right, or TFTP server. Fine, this is my inside network. Okay, and here are some user, computer 1, computer 2. Let me connect all devices together like this. Okay, these are PCs. Now suppose this is my R1, this is my R2, and this one is my R3. Okay, this is switch, this is suppose a database server. Okay, and suppose this one is my FTP server. Fine. Now this is my inside network, this is my private network, this is my trusted network. Okay, so this is, suppose this is my main branch, right, in India. This is branch office of India, and we have one more branch office in, suppose, US. Okay, so this is my router of US, edge router. Here I have connected one switch, not this one, let me take another one, this one. Okay, and suppose we have some user here, right? So these are my employee, these are employee of my company, right? These two PC also, and these PC also, who is sitting in US, and these people are sitting in India. Okay, let me connect these all devices together here, like this and this. Okay, suppose this is router number 4, R4. Okay, between our branch offices we have connectivity through ISP. Okay, let me, this one is my switch, and this is PC, these are PC. Okay, between trusted and untrusted, between our branch offices we have connectivity through, suppose, ISP. Here is ISP. Okay, and this router, I have connected my US branch office to internet, like this. Here also we need to place one firewall between trusted and untrusted network, because this is ISP. ISP is, as you know, public network, not trusted network. And here I am going to put one firewall. Okay, so suppose this is my firewall. Okay, and let me connect it, this router, to firewall, and let me connect my firewall to ISP. Okay, like this. This is my firewall. Fine. Okay, so this is my inside network, this is my inside network, this is also my inside network, right? And this is ISP, internet, outside network, or you can say public network. As you know, public network is not safe, attacker can be there, right? Hacker can be there. And these employee who are sitting in US branch, here I am talking about these user, right? Suppose here name of this user is, suppose, Praphul, right? Praphul is here in US branch, and Praphul access this TFTP server 10 times in a day, right? What I am saying, this is computer of Praphul, this is my computer, Praphul, Praphul, and Praphul access this FTP server 10 times in a day, right? Okay, and we have access this server through internet, yes or no? Through internet. And there will be some attacker as well. Okay, so suppose this one is attacker. What if this attacker will modify my packet, right, on the internet, and if firewall will allow this attacker to go in my inside network, and attacker can put some virus in my packet. So here I am sending packet from here, right? And on the internet, on the public network, attacker can put virus in the packet. Okay, and as you know, this is my employee, so I will configure, I will allow this user to come in my network, inside my network. So firewall will definitely allow the traffic which is coming from Praphul computers, right? Because I am also working in same company, for same company. Okay, so this attacker can disturb my entire inside network, yes or no? If they will put some virus, so because of that virus my entire network can be corrupted, my entire network can be disturbed, yes or no? So that's why we will not put our server which people are accessing more times in a day, right? Suppose there are 100 users in this network and every user are accessing more than 10 times in a day this FTP server. Okay, so attacker can modify our traffic on the public network. Okay, because of that virus they can disturb my entire inside network. So that's why we will not put server in our inside network directly. What we can do, we can create a separate zone for server like FTP server, like TFTP server, like web server. Okay, suppose this one is my web server and these users are accessing multiple times my web server in a day. Okay, so if you have this type of server, you will never insert this type of server in your inside network. Otherwise, because of this server, your entire network can be disturbed. So we can connect TFTP server over here, TFTP server. Okay, suppose this one is my FTP server. This one is a separate zone, and what we call to this zone is DMZ. DMZ zone is a separate zone. This is not your inside network, this is not your outside network, this is a separate zone on firewall. Okay, so if this machine is accessing FTP server and if attacker will put some virus, only my FTP server will get disturbed, only this server will get encrypted, right? My inside network is still safe. So that's why we have used this concept here in firewall, DMZ. It is very important because many times interviews asking, can you explain DMZ? So what is DMZ? DMZ is a separate zone that we can create on firewall to put our server there, right? Okay, so that if attacker will put some virus in packet of my employee, it will only affect on the server, right? My inside network will not be affected. Fine. So this is the concept of DMZ. Okay, so what is DMZ? And you know what is DMZ stand for? What? DMZ stand for demilitarized zone. So suppose we have some resources that I want to give access to the user who is sitting in remote location. We will put that resources in DMZ zone. Okay, so whatever traffic will come through public network for these resources will be come in this zone only, right? Firewall will not allow those traffic in inside network. Okay guys, so this is all about DMZ. We have discussed basic things about firewall. Now this is day one. I am going to give you just some overview about the configuration. Okay, so see here, this is my inside network. So here you know how to configure IP address on router. Like suppose this is my router and this is F0/0. So you will go to interface F0/0, then you will run command IP address and then no set. Okay, no set. But you know how you will configure firewall interfaces. On firewall interfaces, definitely first of all you will go on interface mode, then you will configure IP address and then you will define name if, right? Through this command what we can define trusty level, right? How this interface is how much trusted. So here we can set security label. If you will configure name if inside, means you are saying that this is your inside interface, that means this is your trusted interface. Also you will say name if inside, automatically security label 100 will be configured on this particular interface. Okay, on inside interface automatically firewall will set security level 100. What is security level? Security level will define trustworthy of a interface of a network. Okay, that how much trust this port, this interface is trusted. So this is my inside interface, that means this is trusted, and higher security level means more trusted, lower security level means less trusted. So whenever you will say name if inside, it will set security level 100 and range of security level is 0 to 100. Manually also you can set security level, but on inside interface firewall will automatically set security level 100, and if you will configure this interface as outside, security level will be 0 automatically, right? Firewall will set security level 0 on outside interface. That means this interface is not trusted, and this interface is my trusted. How much trusted this interface? 100% trusted, right? So by default, traffics are allowed from trusted to untrusted network. That means from inside to outside traffic can go, but traffic from untrusted interface to trusted interface is not allowed. That means traffic from outside cannot enter in inside by default. For that you have to configure some policies there. Okay, now what I am saying, security level is an trustworthy. Okay, and once you will configure inside interface, security level will be set as 100 there, and if you will configure outside, security level will be 0 automatically. So firewall itself will configure security level 0 on outside interface, firewall itself configure security level 100 on inside interface. Okay, and you can manually configure it as well. Then we have one more zone for DMZ. So we will discuss about DMZ later. Right now just understand very basic things about firewall, because if you know very well firewall, then only I can understand advanced things about security. Okay, so first thing that you need to learn is firewall. Fine, now let me show you the configuration. Okay, so make sure you will always keep in mind that higher security level to lower security level traffic are allowed, and from lower security level to higher security level traffic are not allowed. Okay, so now here I am going to remove the configuration whatever I have configured on this ASA firewall. Okay, so let me do this. Go to config T and interface E0, say no IP address and no name. If inside go to interface Ethernet 1, say Ethernet 1, and here also say no IP address and name if outside. Okay, now I have set default configuration on these two interface. Now see, I am going to configure Ethernet E0, and here IP address is suppose 10.0.10.10, subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and name if. Here I am going to say this is your inside interface. Once I will hit enter, security level will configured as 100. See here, security level for inside set to 100 by default. Right now you can verify it as well by running command so run and interface E0. So here you can see security level on this interface is now 100. Right, this one is IP address of this interface. Okay, now let me configure other interface of this ASA firewall. Go to interface E1 and say no set as well, and IP address is 10.0.20.10 255.255.255.0, and name if. Here I am going to define outside. So once I will define outside, security level will be 0 over here. See, after running this command, name if outside, if you will check which interface, Ethernet 1. So go to here and run so run interface E1. Here you can see security level is 0. Right, that means now traffic are allowed from here to here, because here we have configured higher security level and here we have configured lower security level. So traffic can go from higher to lower security level, but traffic cannot go from lower security level to higher security level. Now if we want to allow, suppose the traffic of this loopback interface, for that we have to configure this firewall, right? Now I am talking about the by default behavior of ASA firewall. Okay, so now if tell me, if I will ping this IP address 20.2 from router 1, will it ping? Do you think that will it ping? Or okay, tell me, if I will ping this IP address from router 1, 10.0.0.10.10 from router 1, do you think that it will ping? Definitely it will ping, because this is your inside interface. But can we ping this IP address? Okay, so let me show you. Go to router number 1. Where is router 1? Okay, let me ping, and let me define one default route, IP route 0.0.0 0.0.0 towards ISP, so towards firewall. I have done one default route. Now let me ping 10.0.10.10. see, I am able to ping, yes or no? Ping success rate is 100%. Can I ping 20.10? 20.10. see, I am not able to ping 20.10. let me ping from router number 2. Enable config T, not config T. Okay, so let me define one default route 0.0.0 0.0.0 and f0/0 ping 10.0.20.10. so see, it is able to ping. Can I ping the inside interface 10.10? no, it will not ping, right? So why I am not able to ping 10.0.20.10? because it should ping, because this is your inside interface. That means here security level is higher, here security level is lower. So that means traffic from higher security level to lower security level should be allowed. But as you know, by default on a firewall only TCP and UDP traffic are allowed. That's the reason why this machine router 1 is not able to ping this interface. Okay, so in next video we will understand more things about firewall. We will make, actually I am planning to make approx 40 to 50 videos for this playlist, and those 40 to 50 videos will make you understand everything about network security. Okay guys, so that's all for today. We will make a small video, so that will be easy for you to watch also. Okay, so this is a day one. If you like this video, please hit on like button. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe this channel. And if you want notification whenever I will upload day 2 video, please click on bell icon. Thank you, thanks for watching. Bye bye. We will meet soon in next video. Till then, stay safe guys.